we're in this age of nostalgia. I know Britney Spears mentioned you the other day. You mentioned her on your social media. I love seeing that. How much do you guys still stay in touch?
I love her. I was actually texting with her last week, and she's just so sweet and down to earth and really an amazing woman, and I'm just so proud of her.
Oh, we need to get Britney back on the red carpet.
Yes.
What do you think? Has Britney found her one in Sam?
I think they're really cute together.
I do too. He seems to really care, which I like.
Yeah, he makes her happy and smile.
That was hard to hear, just her whole testimony. Like, I knew she was being controlled, but not in ways like that. Like that
like the
just
IUD.
broke my heart.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Insane.
It's
I was
horrible.
like, the levels to this.
Yeah. It's
Such
really
a gag.
sad.
I know, because
Hopefully it gets lifted.
dealing with it as a teenager was hard, but I can't imagine still as an adult after working your entire life. She's built a huge empire. She's a legend. She's an icon. She's a mother. She's amazing, and she has these people controlling her money, her life, her just can't even. I don't know.
Children,
It's
like
just,
the levels to it blew my mind.
We can get down like there's no one around. We keep on rocking. We keep on rocking. Oh, cameras are flashing while we're dirty dancing. We keep rocking. They're saying we hear give me more, 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 give me more. Jay-Z's honestly fuck Jay-Z. Bring Britney!
As a fellow pop singer, are you a fan of Britney Spears?
Yes.
Did you watch her documentary, Framing Britney Spears?
Yes.
Are you a part of the Free Britney movement?
1000%.
Do you think her Instagram posts have hidden secret messages?
Oh, I mean, I hope not, because that would make me really sad. But at some point, I mean, if yes, then we're listening and we're watching and we're here for Britney. I don't know the answer to that.
So a well-known singer recently posted how inspired she is by you. And I want to bring this up because I think it's such a beautiful thing when you don't even realize your impact and you hear from someone, well, maybe like what just happened to me with you. I had no idea that kind of impact. And Britney Spears, you know, wrote something about you. Have you guys met before?
Well, Britney wrote to me a very long and important, poignant letter during a very difficult time in her life, about the time when people would recognize it, or when she shaved her head, wanting me to help her. And I was in a very difficult time of my life, and I couldn't help myself. But the truth of the matter is, we both needed help, and she needed help, and I needed help. And it's the true fact of it is, it's very hard to be a very successful woman and not have everyone controlling you, taking your finances and handling you. And women, and I'm sure all of the young stars, get handled. And you get handled so much that
there's a breaking point.
There is a huge breaking point, and there's a point where you get broken.
Yeah.
And it's the thing with Britney Spears is so out of control and so awful. And, you know, I can say certainly it's been very out of control and very awful more than once in my life. And I have certainly had it. And it's very complicated to take control of your life. It's very hard to get control of your finances.
Lorde from Fresno, California. How was it walking down the VMA carpet, holding hands with Britney Spears and performing with her? Kind of surreal. You know, she's an icon, and you know, one of the biggest stars of all time. You know, in her right. So, being asked to do that song with her, getting to perform with her, you know, that was an experience I'll never forget.
So my first favorite choreographed music video would have to be Britney Spears' Slave for You. When I was a little girl, I literally stood in front of my grandmother's television screen and tried to break this choreography down myself. And I would not stop until I got it. I just feel like it is a timeless piece. It's a timeless record. I come from a dance background, having danced with a team, and I've always just been a part of a team. So like the partner work, the versatility and the dynamic that the choreography has and the energy that it brings, like I felt like it only elevated the record.
What do you remember most about that shoot and working with Britney Spears?
It was a little weird. It was a weird day. It was sort of, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday. I think I got a call the few days before, like, hey, can you do this thing on the weekend? It was actually, I'd done a movie called Talk for Warner Brothers, and it was an action motorbike movie. And the director of the movie did all of Britney's music videos. And so they were doing a cross promotion with MTV, like, oh, let's get Martin in the music video and then we'll talk about the film and blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, anything for the movie. But no one actually mentioned that I actually had to make out with Britney. Yeah, that.
Was she a good kisser?
Oh, they kiss.
She a good kisser? Who's a better kisser, me or Britney Spears?
Oh man, it was so long ago. I just can't really recall the details of that kiss.
You're just digging yourself into a hole with me today. I mean, I don't even know. She's a lot younger than she looks. I don't know. I can't remember. It was so long ago.
I'm pleading the fifth on this one. I'm.
You don't remember what it was like to kiss Britney Spears?
See, now you're. I got her. I'm stuffed either way. It was a lovely day at the office. Let's just leave it at that. But I'll tell you what. The thing that struck me the most after meeting her was just how down to earth she was. But she was the sweetest, most genuine. She was making fun of herself, and I just thought that's a cool girl to be that huge and sort of be able to make fun of your own stuff. I thought was cool, and I thought she was a sweetheart.
Let me break the ice, allow me to get you right. Let you warm up to me, baby, I can make you feel. Let me break the ice, allow me to get you right. Let you warm up to me, baby, I can make you feel.
My favorite 90s pop song is hands down Baby One More Time by the queen herself, Britney Spears, because that was my first album that I ever bought. 3 badass women singers that inspire me are Janet, of course, Queen, Britney, of course, Queen, and I mean, it's hard to pick like a third, but I'm gonna go with Sade, of course, Queen. Working with Britney Spears on Slumber Party was the entire time I was just geeking out.
I loved seeing you speak out on the Free Britney movement and the things that's going on with her. Knowing what you know, having worked with Britney, do you feel like you speaking out in defense of her is something that would not fly in the past, especially like by her dad?
I doubt it flies now.
Right.
It's not about her dad, it's about Britney, you know? Yeah. So like I don't feel an allegiance to Britney Spears' father.
Yeah, you feel an allegiance to Britney though, yeah.
Yeah, of course, because I grew up watching her and I idolized her and I still do, and she's a really kind, lovely person. And beyond the fact that we collaborated together, she put her faith in me to produce that music video for her and develop the cover art and all these other things. And she's the only artist that ever really gave me that opportunity. I get a lot of compliments from artists saying, oh, I love your stuff so much, but none of them ever kind of try to hire me and let me like have free reign on that kind of thing. And she did, and she's a superstar. So
amazing.
I love her so much, and I just want what everybody wants for her, just for her to be happy. So hearing her speak out and share her unhappiness, I just felt that me having firsthand perspective about what's going on and stuff, I wanted to just say my piece that I support her, and I think she deserves that.
Britney gave me an amazing opportunity to be able to go on tour with her in Europe I'm very good friends with the manager, which is Larry Rudolph. You know, I'm all about freedom. I'm all about independence. You know, as far as what's going on with Britney, that's been going on for many, many, many years. Hopefully they can break the cycle, and hopefully she gets a chance to control her own destiny. And to control your own destiny in life doesn't mean you gotta get it absolutely right the first time. It's never about that. They're not called mistakes, they're called must-takes. And mistakes don't make you, you know what I'm saying? You don't make mistakes, mistakes make you. So therefore, she has to get a chance to be herself. She has to get a chance to live her life. She has to get a chance to be able to control her own destiny and create her own future. So with that said, from Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide Side, free Britney.
Pierre L. wants to know, what is your take on the Free Britney movement and everything going on with Britney?
Well, I try to not get involved in other people's business. I think she is a wonderful artist, and I think she's a wonderful girl, and I only wish her the best, and I understand all those crazy things. I went through a lot of that myself through a big lawsuit in my early days with Porter Wagoner, trying to get out on my own. So I understand where she's coming from and how she feels. So I hope that all turns out the way that it should.
One thing that I was also very surprised, kind of, that you watched was the Britney doc.
I watched the Britney doc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any random thoughts on that? Or
Yes, I'm going to give you a thought on the Britney doc. Obviously, there's a lot to parse on a sociological level. I almost cried 5 times during that.
Really?
Yeah. Now, there's a debate as to whether the times in and of themselves kind of encased this behavior.
Yep.
Right? Like, it's hard to go back into sap and cut into it, and because it is sort of suspended in amber, some of this stuff.
Yep.
But to see the sadness in this human being, the end. I mean, I was on the edge of tears 5 times, because if you understand what this business / industry / lifestyle does to a person, and to go through this and come out the other side okay, is to have infinite grace for those who struggle with it. I came out okay. I have a feeling that part of that is because I'm a man. I have a very strong feeling that part of that is because I'm a man.
Wow.
And I have a very strong feeling that a lot of these things that happen to female performers is endemic to being female.
Mm-hmm.
Why do so many men emerge going, learn my lesson? Yes, I got dinked in the head,
Right.
but I'm back, baby.
Right.
So I watched it with such grace for someone who got much more maligned by the inhuman experiment of fame than I did.
Yep.
And I go, why did I get through that?
Yep.
Why did I find my way through that obstacle course? What was afforded to me stylistically, right? The stylistic difference of being an outlaw. If you're a man, you're an outlaw. If you're a woman, you're kind of crazy.
Yep.
And when I watched that through that lens, my heart just ached the whole time.
I appreciate all the people that have been supporting Britney on social media. I'm going to say and reveal something. I took a different turn. I've actually been sending her personal videos.
You have?
I
Really?
have, of encouragement and just telling her that I think she is the key to her freedom.
Wow.
And I am very invested in this. I think everyone deserves the chance to get their life right, wrong, and everything in between. This has become such public interest because it's about something bigger. It's about being allowed to live your life. And so I'm invested in this, and I really want her to find her freedom.
Has she answered back? Have you heard back from her?
We get little smoke signals. I'm not going to lie.
All right.
But I told her, I think the thing that's important that I felt to do for her was not go on social media and say something quippy, but to really show her I'm someone who has understood what a journey is like, and I don't compare myself to her, but I'm here to support her if there's anything she needs in private.
Early morning, she wakes up, knock, knock, knock on the door. It's time for makeup, pretty smile, it's you they're all waiting for. Isn't she lovely, this Hollywood girl? And they say she's so lucky, she's a star. She cries, cries, cries in a lonely heart.
mentioned, and I wanted to find out exactly what you meant. I know you guys have read the headlines with Britney. Definitely all of you guys, as well as Christina and everyone coming up, Pink too, around the same time, you know, same eras doing those things and seeing what she's been going through. She had a great victory, obviously, going forward for her. What do you think about it? Because I know you kind of made a comparison between Princess Diana as well as Britney, and I don't want to speak for you, so I just wanted to get the explanation.
Look, it's you know, basically what I meant was just the fact that, you know, anyone who is that overwhelmed and that consumed by outside entities kind of invading your personal space can be traumatic for someone, especially when you're on your own.
Right.
You know, we all have each other to lean on over the last 28 years. And
are you referring to the paparazzi?
Yeah, paparazzi and just all of that. And just, again, you know, we all grew up in the same era.
Yeah.
And, you know, I pray for her. We all do. And like I've said, I'll you know, say it again. She deserves what's coming to her, which is her freedom. And, you know, I wish her the best. We all do, you know. So,
Yeah.
Send her lots of love.
Lots of love,
Yeah.
man. Lots of love.
It is difficult, and it is one thing that you mentioned too. You guys had each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've been able to lean on each other for
Yeah.
anything and everything. You know, when I went to rehab 3 times, these guys were there. Deaths in the family, whatever the case is, we have each other to always lean on. And now we have our families to lean on, the most amazing women in our lives, our rocks to keep us grounded, and then our children that inspire us to stay motivated and to stay on the right track. You know?
And thank you for saying that and clarifying, by the way. Do you guys have any memories together, like you said, everyone kind of coming up around the same time, with Britney specifically? Did you have any memories that were great? Because I know we like to go back and look at those times.
We have a really great memory in response to that cassette tape, you know, when we first, remember?
The CD, you mean?
Well, sorry.
What was it? It was a CD.
It was a CD.
Yeah.
It was also a cassette tape.
Oh, yeah, also a cassette tape.
So it was, we had a new single coming out, and we were on a tour bus.
I think it was I'll Never Break Your Heart. It was the brand new single for I'll Never Break Your Heart.
Yeah.
And I just told this story to a Netflix thing, which is kind of funny. But the ironic thing was, you know, she was with Jive Records, you know, our label as well, NSYNC. You know, we were all kind of the same family. And I remember getting the I'll Never Break Your Heart sleeve of the CD, and I opened it up, and there was this little picture on the inside of our pamphlet of this blonde girl, and it said, "Hit me, baby, one more time." And I was like, what is this? You know, but that was like my first welcoming, like, oh, okay. And, you know, it's ironic that it's turned out to be that, you know, but you kind of know that that's how the business is, and you can't really run from that. You just kind of have to welcome it and make it work for you.
Yeah.
But that was, you know, that was one of the first memories I ever remember being, and we were somewhere in Europe. We were overseas. Switzerland or somewhere. Like, we were like, how great is it to have our new single out? And then it was like, hit me, baby.
It was like a promo teaser on the B-side of our single for her.
Cool.
Which, hey, you know, promote it, baby.
For her. Yeah.
Promotion all around, right.
Well, let's see.
Her and I actually
Brittany
lived in the same apartment
hosted
complex.
TRL one time with Carson Daly.
Yep.
I was actually doing Chicago the musical at the time on Broadway.
Yeah.
And they asked if I would come up, and it was the TRL Awards that Brittany and I were on with Carson Daly. We helped host it for a little while, and she's always, you know, she's a Southern girl. I'm from Kentucky. Brian and I are from Kentucky, so I've always had a fondness for her. She's a sweetheart.
I have 2 great personal memories over the years. I think it was back in, was it 98? We won 2 American Music Awards, it was, and I went on behalf of the group, and she presented them to me. And then another great memory that I have with her, I had the honor and privilege of opening up for her on a little side solo project that I did over in South America.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. And she was great. She was
returning the favor.
Yep,
We
that was
actually used to
awesome.
live in the same.
Yeah, she
Well, we had people out of the same security over the years. We've had you know, previous management together and stuff like that. So it's you know, it's not only memories with her, but it's memories with the whole family that we have together.
You know, Emerald, a lot of writers have kind of their go-to thing that they go to get in that writing zone. Yeah. You know, a certain playlist, a certain time of the day that they write. What is yours?
Mine is listening to Britney Spears.
Really?
And then usually sort of eating pizza out of a bin because I've run out of food. That's
that sort of vibe. I'm obsessed.
When you look at what's happening to Britney Spears, which has become this massive story
Yeah,
now,
it's heartbreaking.
what do you think of it?
She's a beautiful girl. I've met her several times.
Is she a nice person?
A lovely. Look,
Yeah.
she is what you think she is. You know,
Yeah.
she's just a lovely girl. And I still don't really know how that even happened. And you would imagine that her closest family members, you know, would be the last people to take advantage of that. But look, I don't know the full story. I
Yeah.
haven't watched the documentary
No.
yet. I just don't want to.
Yeah, I saw it at one of them anyway, and it looks like the dad has taken a lot of serious control on her
Horrendous,
life, and she's a
horrendous.
prisoner in her own home, it seems.
Yeah, you know, it's just horrific. But thankfully, I think it seems like the tables are turning a little bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, look, I hope it all works out.